Let's just do it then.
I look like a minion.
Happy not Halloween, because
Happy not Halloween.
This is not going to go up until like Thanksgiving. It's going to make no sense.
I'll say this: if this goes up for Halloween, Ryan, that you might be watching this video, I will give you a bonus of $200 if this video goes up before Halloween, which is in 2 days. So the chances of me paying out the bonus are very slim.
Never gonna happen.
But yeah, so I decided today, or I do this every year, that I'm going to dress up for Halloween at the office, and nobody else does. So,
because you go to work with boring people.
Because I got to work with boring people, and you got to make work fun.
That's right.
And filing expense gets boring sometimes, and
listen, insurance people are not notoriously good times.
No,
let's be honest.
And I've had a lot of fun, like not texting. Like I'll text or take pictures in the house, like, or Snapchat, like my wife while I'm in a house, because it's fun.
Yeah, sure.
You gotta make it a little bit fun. How you get to that house? There's a couple ways. You could cold door knock a person. You could have a Pakistani overseas call them, and then you try to set up an appointment. You could run a Facebook lead, or you could get direct mail, and you could set an appointment. And is it that bad? I thought it was good.
No, that was excellent.
It's just you saw where it was coming from a mile away. Today we're talking about direct mail. Okay, if by the time that you're watching this, if you haven't already, direct mail costs are going up.
Absolutely,
it is.
Regular postage prices are going up. You're right.
Was it how much by? I can't remember the amount.
By like a shockingly large amount. And if I was better prepared, I would have that handy. I could probably look it up pretty quick, but I don't recall. But it was like way more than I would have expected.
Like significantly more. Yeah.
Right. And so a couple of things. One, going back through our videos recently, although we talk about leads a lot in like every video, we haven't done a lead topic video since before the pandemic.
True.
And a lot has changed since before the pandemic, since we've specifically talked about like leads. And two, lead costs are going up across the board. Direct mail is getting more expensive, and the Facebook marketplace is getting more competitive. But there's also avenues like YouTube leads and SEO leads and all sorts of stuff that wasn't really on the table even like 9 months ago.
Yep.
Definitely wasn't on the table really the last time we talked about it. So we thought it would be a good time to bring
this week alone, I have generated a little over 900 YouTube leads. So YouTube leads are definitely a thing. Was significantly different than any other type of lead I've worked. There's a lot goes into it. And to get set up on it is way different than I thought it was going to be. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about direct mail. Okay. Direct mail is going up.
Sure.
Did you find the price? Did you look it up?
6.8% increase.
That's a lot.
That's it's a 3 cent per piece increase. So it's going up to 58 cents per regular first class mail. And leads are sent out in bulk. It's a little bit of a different thing. And like when you say it's 3 cents, that doesn't sound like a big deal until you realize that it's an over 6% increase, and it is thousands of pieces, right?
If you're an everyday agent and you're running the normal amount of like appointments and leads that you should be getting on a weekly basis, you're going to be spending or sending out 2,000 to 3,000 pieces a week.
Yeah, probably. At a minimum, you're going to need to spend out 1,000 pieces a week.
Minimum.
Like at a bare minimum. Bare minimum, you need to be sending out 1,000. And Matt's right. Like 2,000 is probably sort of the sweet spot for a lot of people. Returns are down, right?
Why do you think that is?
A lot of reasons. A lot of it's pandemic related still, like fallout from the pandemic. People are getting into insurance in a way that they haven't before. Agencies are opening up rapidly all over the place. Um, everybody has heard that, like, at this point, 10,000 seniors are turning 65 every day for the next 10 years, I guess 9 years now.
Yeah.
So, and right now, they're all having their mailboxes flooded with Medicare stuff,
Yeah.
like just overflowing. I cannot tell you, I go into somebody's house, and every person's house I go into, no matter what kind of appointment it is, they're like, hey, we'll talk about final expense usually, right? And they'll be like, hey, just so you, could you take a look at this for me? And they pull out a stack like this thick.
Oh yeah.
You know, like of just random crap that they get sent, that they, you know, they think is from Medicare, but is usually just direct mail leads and advertisements and brochures, and most of it's junk, some of it's real. It's hard to sort through, but it creates a lot of burnout. You know, so response rates are down. It seems like in a lot of places response rates are below 1% at this point, which is disheartening. You know, so there's a lot of reasons why I could imagine why people would be opposed to wanting to invest in direct mail this week. So I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Do you think, this is, I guess, a more philosophical question that's not even philosophical. Do you think that it's going to choke a lot of people out of the industry? Because you have to be in this long term, you have to go through this. You got to make it through this time period. Will this time period last 6 months? Will it last a year? Will it last another 2 years? We don't know. But can you survive? Title video. Can you survive the direct mail pandemic?
Sure. I think it is. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why agents fail out, and I think failure to use leads properly is one of them. I will get to, like, spoiler, my end feeling on this is going to be, yes, you should still be buying direct mail, like
1,000%.
Yeah, right. So we'll have to find other things to talk about on that subject. But yeah, still buy direct mail. Like, direct mail is still probably your best bet if you're seeing people face to face. If you're doing telesales, maybe not. If you're doing, like, I don't know, anything other than telesales and face to face, like virtual Zoom meeting things, you're probably not doing that in final expense.
You're probably not doing final expense,
right? But like even Medicare returns, like Medicare used to be the least expensive lead you could get because it would return like crazy. It was very normal to get like a 3 to 5% return on Medicare leads.
Yep.
And that's just not true anymore.
It's
you
not.
know,
It's even if on Medicare, it's getting closer and closer to 1% than we would like.
So like you can look at what happened with mortgage protection leads.
Yep.
Like you probably know, you probably got your finger closer to the pulse on that than I do, but last time I looked, mortgage protection leads were like $55, $56
55 to $60 a piece.
Yeah.
And the way that people they're doing it, the way they're combating the bad direct mail returns is they're literally mailing the same thing twice.
Interesting.
To the same people.
Yeah.
Literally just back to back. Mailing on top of yourself, which
doesn't seem to make sense to me, but I don't do mortgage protection, so what do I know?
Well, it's the only way to get a lead. I mean, that's how.
Yeah.
Someone hasn't cracked the code on mortgage protection leads on Facebook and or YouTube yet.
Yeah.
And that's not what this video is about, but there's a market for it. And if you figure it out and they're good quality, because apparently mortgage protection leads are like awesome. It's like if you get one, it's really easy to close if you're the first one there because they want it. They just cost a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still getting lead requests. I bought my house 3 years ago now.
You will, and you'll continue to get them.
I'm still getting them in the mail every day.
The other strategy is mailing people. You know, a lot of people are mailing the very first, like when they very first come out, they get the court records, they send it out as soon as they can get their hands on it.
Right.
And that works. But the other strategy that happened a few years ago. Well, let's mail the people 2 years later that got this, because now they're in their new house. Before they're like, oh, I don't want another bill. So they
Right.
never filled it out. But now that's like, oh, well, now I still might need it because I still have 28 years left on my mortgage. I'll fill it out now. So there was actually a better return on those than there were on the fresh leads, believe it or
Huh.
not. And that worked for a little bit, but now
Yeah.
everybody's doing the same strategy and it's just tanking. So
Right. You got to be different. You can't be doing the same thing everybody else is doing.
no, and that's what most people don't understand about marketing. But in final expense, you got to do it.
Well, it's still the best way. Like nobody's
still the best way.
I have yet to find anybody who's come up with a better way. And a lot of really smart people have tried it.
Mhm.
It's still the best way.
I've tried. I'm not a really smart person, but I'm a smart person, and I've tried and failed.
Yeah. There's just not a better way. So yeah, keep buying direct mail. If you can find yourself a fixed price program, it's better. Yeah, you'll at least have predictable returns.
But even the fixed prices right now,
they're going up.
It's like 30, like RGI.
Yeah.
It's like 38 or $40.
Well,
depending on where you're at.
Yeah, for some people.
Depending on where you're at, it's high.
I would say to anybody who is doing this professionally, full time, $40 a lead is still cheap.
Still cheap.
Yeah, I would say
if you had to spend an extra, what is 8 times 20, $160? Yeah. If you got to spend an extra $150 to $200 a week to make $4,000 a week,
yeah,
it's the cost of doing business. It's going up. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But if you've been doing this long enough, like Nick, we've talked about this, your average premium dollar will go up over time.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't really affect Nick because Nick's premium dollar is closer to, you said it just the other day on Facebook, like $79.
Right now it's $81. It's a little bit higher than normal. This is kind of an aberration of a year. I'm having just a very high premium year, and we'll see if that like rides. But over the last 5 years, my average premium has been about $73 a month.
Right. So it's just gone up, but it's gone up from when you first started. The average premium dollar is a little bit lower.
Yeah, absolutely. It was like $68, $69 a month.
Right. And direct mail costs less. And as those direct mail costs went up, your premium dollar went up. It's by design. Like things go up over time. Like direct mail costs go up, average premium dollar goes up. The longer you're in this business, the more you're going to realize that what Nick and I have been talking about over the last 2 years, 3 years almost, is we know we understand this business on a deeper level, and we're just trying to help you. If you're watching this video, I don't care if it's when it first comes out or if it's 5 years after this video comes out and you're watching it, buy direct mail every single week.
Yeah. Well,
Nick, your video quality is a little bad. I don't know. You sound a little choppy.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Thanks. What's going on there?
Hang on. It's just it's coming in and out. You're just moving slowly and a little bit choppy. You sound like a robot.
And Ryan, you can edit all this crap out. Or not, and leave it in if it's funny. I don't know.
I can't tell if you're getting better or worse.
Did that get better or worse?
I can hear you better.
Well, you can hear me better.
You're getting better. You're getting better. You're getting better the longer it goes on, which is really weird.
Yeah, it's catching up and suffering. All right, so Ryan, edit out like some of that stuff, please. Maybe. Or not. Maybe it's hilarious.
There's nothing worse than having internet problems in the field.
Jesus, right? So sorry, we are having in southeastern Pennsylvania, we've got a storm rolling in, which I suspect is affecting my Wi-Fi quality. It is looking like it is going to be a fairly nasty storm and hitting in about a half an hour. So,
yeah. I hope y'all stay indoors.
Yeah, winds outside are fairly heavy right now. So I'm assuming that that's what's causing. So I switched to I'm tethering my computer to my phone now, and in my house, running my internet off my cell phone.
It's not getting any better.
Oh no! All right. Well,
Yeah, it's not. Our whole video might have to wait till tomorrow.
oh no.